Hey everybody, so I am back. I've been gone for a while because I really didn't have any hairstyles to give you because I have my hair in twists, and it's not a lot you can, it's a lot you can do with twists, but it's not like a lot that isn't already out there. I didn't want to oversaturate you or bore you and be like, well, I've seen that with like 5 other natural hair bloggers. So I kind of just took a break from blogging about hair and just, would share to you guys stuff I found on the internet from other people's websites. But yeah, I just didn't share with you any hairstyles I was doing. So my twists are still in, as you can see. I have them pulled up in the back like this. They've been in since May, and I'm about to start taking them down today because I probably could leave them in. I was going to leave them in until August, but they're starting to frustrate me and get on my nerves, and everybody's been walking around with their hair out, and I miss my hair. So that always happens too. Every time I see somebody walking around with a full afro or an awesome twist out, I'm just like, I want to do a twist out. So, before I take my hair down, I thought I would give you some tips of how I've been maintaining my hair in the twist all this time. So, tip number 1, I would say I would not recommend leaving the kinky twists with extensions in this long. Because it's not necessarily good for your hair. A lot of people, especially when they get their hair done at a shop because they don't know how to do it themselves, if they leave it in that long, it could pull on their hair. Their hair could get dirty and matted. At the base where the twists start, you get dirt right up in here. And no matter how much you wash your hair in the twist, the dirt will just stay right here in the base, and it could kind of cause your hair to break off and suffocate your hair or strangle your hair. So it's not necessarily good for your hair, especially if you didn't install them yourself. So one thing that I did to try to maintain the health of my hair during this process of me having them in, I tried to make sure that I didn't use just small amounts of hair. This is my edges. I'm going to take that one down. You see, I use a huge chunk of hair. And when I feel it pulling, it's sore right here, I feel it pulling, I would loosen the twist. And basically I used a large amount of hair, because if you use a little tiny bit of hair that, if I use this much hair, I've seen people, they have those little tiny micro braids and they have them on a little tiny bit of hair, and so all of that pressure from that weave is on that little tiny piece of hair, and it's going to cause it to break off and fall off. That's why sometimes when you're walking down the street in the hood and you see just a long braid just blowing down the street, and you just and it has a little bit of somebody's hair attached to it, and you're just what the heck is that? I've seen that. I've seen braids fall out of people's heads with their hair still attached because the people put it on too small of an amount of hair, and it creates too much tension, too much pressure. That's how people get alopecia. When they have tension alopecia, when it creates too much tension, it's pulling and tugging on that little tiny spot until the hair comes out, and it causes a lot of stress on your scalp. So I try to basically do large amounts of my hair when I feel it pulling. I undid the twist, if I was at work, because nobody really cares there and I have a lot of free time. I would take it down and redo it and make it looser. If I have it in an updo style like I had it a minute ago, I would pull the hairs out if I feel they're too tight. This one seems it's too tight, so if it feels like it, I would just pull it out just a little bit and just keep pulling them out, because I don't want anything pulling on my edges or in my hair. So that's one of the things I did. Another thing is what I said earlier with the hair, the dirt caking up right here. I would basically, it takes a long time. Installing the twist, it took 8 hours, and maintaining them, I would just go ahead in sections, big sections, not even a half, big sections every couple of days, redoing them. And I would just take the twist down, comb out, start at the bottom, moisturizing and combing out my hair, and I would go all the way up to the top where that big old caked up thing of dirt is. I would not even comb it out up there. I would just take my fingers and detangle it, because if I just went in with the comb trying to get all that caked up dirt out, it would have yanked my hair out with it, because it's so badly tangled. That's what a lot of beauticians I know made that mistake. When I was a young girl in high school, I used to get braids all the time, and then when I would take the braids down, the beauticians, they wouldn't even start at the bottom and work their way up. They would just take the comb and just try to yank out the dirt, and they would be taking healthy hair with it. I don't want to do that, and you don't want to do that either. So what you need to do is you need to detangle it at the root out of the dirt, and it's going to get sticky and it's going to get disgusting. It's going to be gray and brown and all sorts of things in it. And then you take a comb and then you just like comb it out gently, and even if you feel like it, you can wet it and like try to wash it out a little bit and then reattach the twist or braid. That's one of the things I did. So I went in like big sections of my head. Like I would come home from work and just like, you know, undo big sections and redo them and take out the dirt to make sure that everything looked clean, make sure my hair was in good health, make sure it was moisturized properly. But not everybody can do that. So I acknowledge that. I know not everybody can twist their own hair, and I acknowledge it. So that's why I would say I wouldn't recommend wearing the twist that I've had in my hair this long, because if you can't do your own hair and you leave them in that long, you're kind of setting yourself up for disaster, and I don't want anybody doing that. So that's one of the things I did. Now I'm going to give you at the end of this video a tip on how to twist your own hair. I'm going to do a little short tutorial. I know there's like 1,000 of them on YouTube, but I'm going to give you a little short tutorial and a tip on how I twist my hair. But first, I'm going to tell you the products I used in my hair. So, I'm a little bit of a product junkie. If you've been following me for a while on this channel, you know this already. I have issues. So, I'm going to just tell you what I did. So, like always, I have my spray bottle. I put aloe vera juice in it and water and a little bit of vegetable glycerin, and I would spray up in my scalp every like 3 days. That's one of the main things that I did. Another thing that I did when I felt like, I dropped that. I did when I felt like it was getting too dry, I used 3 different products at once. One of the products I used was my Holy Grail product. The one I was using just before I put in the twist was Curls, their Lavish Curls Moisturizer. I don't know what's up with this stuff, but this stuff is like awesome. It makes my hair feel so good. It even feels like it changes the texture of my hair. Like my hair will be dry and feeling like, hey, and I'll spray this in there and it'll be all like jerry curl with baby hair and stuff. And I'm like, what? What the heck? What's in this? And like liquid perm or something, like it freaks me out a little bit, it scares me. But it basically, once I'm done using it, I realize that it's just moisturizing my hair and bringing it back to life, which I'm like, yeah, thank you. Another thing I bought that I was using before I put in a twist that I talked about in my last video was the Eden Body Works all natural hair milk. And I talked about how I never used this before because it has tea tree oil in it, and tea tree oil kills cats. And I started using it because my cat got diagnosed with cancer and kidney failure and a whole lot of things. And the vet gave her a week to live. They said she wasn't going to last longer than a week. It's been like 2 months. And so I started using this stuff because I was like, well, the cat's about to die anyway, so it's not like I can do anything about it. So I could just start using stuff that can kill her around her, because my cat likes to sleep on my head at night, and sometimes she licks my scalp. I know that's disgusting, but you know, I do wash my hair right after it happens. But you know, just to avoid anything happening with her sleeping on my head and being all up on my hair, you know, I would avoid using certain products that I knew could hurt her. But she's still alive. She's fine, actually. Well, she's not fine. She still has cancer and a whole bunch of other things going on with her. But she's not showing any signs of kicking the bucket anytime soon. And randomly enough, I've been using this in my hair with the, you know, tea tree oil in it, and it's not affecting her either. So I guess I could have been using this all along. So this is something I've been using. I like it. I'm not sure if I'll keep buying it, but I like it a lot. And I'll just, you know, put it on my fingertips and put it all over my scalp with this. You know, it has a spray bottle, so I just sprayed it all over my scalp. I think I might keep using it, but I'm not sure. I gotta see how it feels on my hair, because I've been mostly using this on the twist. I gotta see how it feels on my actual hair when it's not in twisted form. So I'll get back to you on that. But it would feel pretty good on my scalp because it tingles, because it also has peppermint in it. So it would tingle and be like, ooh, tingly. So another thing, when I felt like the Eden Body Works wasn't working, I started using this again. The Shea Moisture Zanzibar Marine Complex Age Defying and Color Protect Leave-In Conditioner. Now, if you remember in my last video or vlog, I can't even remember where I posted this at, I said this stuff made my scalp break out and start itching. Must have been something else I'm allergic to, because I stopped using this. I stopped using another Shea Moisture's product, the Body Butter. I stopped using a lot of different things that I had started out new using, because I just broke out all over my body and on my lips and all over my face, and I was always itching and my scalp was always itching, and I just stopped using all those things, trying to weed out what it was. And I thought it was this. When I stopped using this, the rash went away in my scalp, but it was still on my lips and face and neck. And so then I started using this again, and when I was using it in my scalp, the itching and the rash in my scalp was like unbearable. And I thought, you know, something just said try it again. And I tried it again, and the rash didn't come back. So I'm gonna say I've used it like 4 times since, and no rash, no itching, no unbearable itching. So I don't think I'm allergic to this. I thought I was allergic to this, but I don't think I'm allergic to this. So I've been using it just only in my scalp. I haven't been using it in my hair, like all up in the twist, but I've been using it on the scalp part. And I don't know what I was allergic to. Still don't know what I was allergic to, but it's not this. So that's one of the things. Another thing I've been using to keep my edges nice. Well, one thing, I, use my aloe vera gel. I got this in the airport section at Walgreens. Usually I have that really big bottle. Once I got rid of that really big bottle, I was just like, let's just keep it small, because I don't use this a whole lot. I was using it on my edges, and it moisturizes them, and it's in gel form, so it kind of like slick it back a little bit. And I like that. When I didn't want them shellacked back, because I didn't want to put too many like pastes and gels and stuff like that there, because then that would get all up in here and get gunky, and I would have to redo the edges more often to get the gunk out, because stuff would be all stuck up in there. So it just felt good, and it moisturized my scalp and stuff, and it also worked for that rash on my neck and my face and everything. Some other things that I used, of course, the Cream of Nature Argan Oil Perfect Edges. Perfect Edges worked perfectly, which was awesome. And I really, really liked it from when I really just wanted a sleek look. I also started using the Shea Moistures again. I don't know if you can see that. The Jamaican Black Castor Oil Strength and Grow and Restore Edge Treatment. I realized that last time I gave a review on this, and I said that the Cream of Nature was better than this, but I didn't fully read. Basically, I don't think, well, it says anti-reversion, smooth and hold, but I don't think it's supposed to be like a pomade, like completely shellac your hair back pomade like that. I think it's more for keeping your edges strong and protecting them. And so I've been putting it on my edges just, because my edges are having a lot of tension going on here, with the twists and everything. So I've been putting it on my edges like every 3 days, just to basically keep them strong and so they won't break out. And they haven't really. Like when I take my hair down all around the edges, from other times I've done twists, I'll have like a lot of hair like when I comb it out and detangle it with my fingers and stuff, it'll be a lot of hair in there, and I'll have like little bald patches in my edges. It hasn't been like that, so I think this is really working really well for that situation. So if you have twists or braids, I would suggest, you know, using that. So yeah, that is it with the products I used. Now on to the quick tutorial, because this is getting long. So let's see, which one will we redo? This one, the quick tutorial on how to redo your twists, or how to do twists in general. This one, the way I did them, it's basically supposed to look like it's your hair. So it's like an invisible way of putting the weave onto your hair where people think it's your hair. See, my hair is this long. This hair is much longer. So, I already did this one just recently, so it's going to be easier to detangle. So, here's my tip, my quick tip. First of all, you have your hair. It's going to be a lot bigger and poofier because you just took it out the pack. You have your hair here. You have this hair put in a U shape. You see how it's in like a U shape? Take your fingers, take your section of hair, put your finger in the middle and section off in two. Take this hair, like so, and put it in the center of the part of the two sections of the hair, like so. Then you twist, like this. And you twist them going opposite directions. And that is how you add this hair to your head. See? And a lot of people think it's my hair because they know I've been natural for like a really long time. And they think that my hair is just long, which it's not, which sucks a lot. But, you know, I've done a lot of damage to my hair over the years. So that's the braids. That's the way you add the hair on. Now, a lot of people, they tell me the reason why they can't do their own hair is because they can't do it in the back. And they go, how did you do that? You did this to your hair? How did you do that? And do the middle and the back, like the top and the middle and the back and the sides. This is my tip. When you're doing the front, you can go in the mirror and look at yourself doing it and see how it's done. Remember that with your muscles and your fingers and your hands, and remember that in your mind. And what I have realized that I do that I don't think anybody's ever advised with hair, like hair tutorials, visualize. When you can't see what's going on in the back of your head, visualize what you're supposed to be doing. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but that's how I do it. So if I took this down and I'm doing this in the back, I am visualizing going all the way down, and then I bring it forward and go all the way down. In the middle, I visualize. So I can't see what's going on back here. I can take a mirror and look, you know, when I parted it. So I took a mirror and took the comb and parted it straight across here, and then I took a little part and parted a little section and pinned off the rest, and had a little section of hair out, and then I visualized as I added the hair on to that little section and then did it. That's what I do. You visualize, you remember what it felt like, what it looked like, and what it felt like. How did it feel for your hands, and what it looked like to twist it and do it in the back without being able to see it. That's pretty much what I do, especially in angles you can't see. Sometimes if you really must have to see, you have to put your head in weird angles. Sometimes I'll be doing this. You'll see me just twisting my hair like this. Or you'll see me with one arm over, and I'll be doing it like this. And I know it sounds crazy, it looks crazy, but I've done that. My husband can attest to that. He has come home when a day I've had off from work, and he'll see me like sitting there watching stuff on Netflix with one arm like this, twisting, and I'm just like, hey honey, how you doing? And he's just like, okay, whatever. That's the best advice I can give you. I hope it makes sense, but it's possible. A lot of people think when they see something that seems difficult or hard or doesn't make sense to them, they just think, I can't do it. Never think you can't do it. You can do it. You can put in your own twist. The reason why I started doing my own hair with extensions was because when I was getting my hair done in high school, my mom would pay $400 to get my hair done because the African lady said that I had thick hair and they couldn't do my hair in just one day because it was too thick, and they had charged extra. Like most people get it done for $200, they would charge me another $200 just because my hair is thick. And when I hit 18, I was just like, I am not giving nobody $400 to do my hair. Hair costs $4.47 a pack. All I did was go take a class in hair braiding, watch a lot of YouTube videos and tutorials on hair braiding and hair twisting. Like, I didn't even take a class on this. I just watched like a lot of videos over and over again until I figured it out. There's a video I posted on my page recently where a lady did it with yarn, and it makes a lot of sense with yarn. You can do this. You can do this. Never say you can't. You can do it. You can do anything you put your mind to. And that's all I want to tell you and leave with you. That tip. Thanks for watching. I know this is kind of a long video. Now I'm about to go take down my twist. So have a blessed day. Peace out.